everybody, welcome back to Jack on a Journey. My name is Jack, and today, final 2 games of the season, and we've picked up some injuries. As you can see from the team news at the top there, Deild, our keeper, is out with pulled knee ligaments. Cavion is out with pulled abdominal muscle, and Allberg is doubtful with a gashed upper leg. That's our starting keeper, our starting centre mid, and our starting right back. It's not going to go well. It's not going to go well whatsoever. They all should be back for the Genk game. Fingers crossed. But we were playing Standard Liège before then. We'd already got smashed by them earlier on in the season. A couple of videos ago, was it? And it's not ideal. It's not ideal. Obviously, if you've missed the last episode, it was the last 2 games we've played. So go back and watch them before you watch this video. Oh dear. Krasniqi, to be fair to him, none of the other managers trusted him. But I trust him in that role. He's a very, very young kid though, so the pressure might get to him. Cavion on the other hand. Is Kevin fit to play? Because I might play Kevin and not Sakor there. You're not really box to box, are you? You're going to have to play box to box, mate. You're going to have to play box to box because I don't really want to play Sakor. And Allberg, he's going to be on the bench. He's not going to... In fact, what's his fitness? He's not going to be on the bench. Koulibaly can play. It's so annoying. So many, especially in the good form that we're in. The last thing I wanted to do was change the team around. And then we were just forced to, and it was just horrible. Let's get these players out the team. Oh, dearie me. Right. Canna? We haven't played Canna. He's a centre-back, is he? He's been injured for ages. He's a defensive mid / centre-back. Cool, that's a kind of a well-rounded bench. We've got 2 right wingers, but that's fine, because Benelli can go over on the left if necessary. Cool, that's fine. It's not ideal, ladies and gentlemen. It is not ideal. This is the team then. Krasniqi in goal. Koulibaly, Milik, Parrot, Baron and Tajero at the back. Busquets, Kevin and Williams in the midfield. Eden, Benelli and Carabelli up top. I haven't even got a captain to select. So Tajero's having the captain's armband. It is not ideal. But we're in a good run of form. And fingers crossed. Our front 3 hasn't changed. And they're the ones that are playing fantastically well as of late. So fingers crossed it doesn't affect their performance with what's happening behind them. But, oh my god, look at that. They're going defensive, mind. Jesus. I would have thought, you know, with all our injuries, they would try and attack us. But something's happened at Standard Liège. I don't think they played that formation last time, did they? I don't remember it. But something's happened, and they're just going out for draws by the looks of it. I still fully expect them to win. Because, you know, even though I have faith in Krasniqi, he's still a young keeper. There's still, you know, there's probably a mistake in him somewhere. Benelli, but, you know, 3 of our starting players aren't playing, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough either way. But if we can get a draw, that means Standard Liège won't be able to catch us, which is fantastic. And hopefully Charlie don't win today as well. Because then with the game in hand they've got, they can go past us. Are they playing today? Who are they playing? Oh, Koulibaly with a decent effort there. I don't know who Charlie are playing, but hopefully it's one of the top teams. Because I'm hoping it's Ghent, because they've got Club Brugge in the middle of... When we play our next game, they'll play their game in hand in the midweek. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. They can lose 2 more times in a row, but I don't know who they're playing and if they're playing today. Let's just concentrate on our game, and fingers crossed we can pick up a point at least. We are dominating them, though. I've only just noticed. We haven't had much in terms of possession. But we're dominating them in terms of shots. I don't know if they've all been long shots. They are playing Ghent, Charlie, and they are 1-0 up. Awkward. Williams with a corner ball. Carabelli's there, and Carabelli gets his 6th goal of the season, carrying on his goal scoring form. This man's on fire at the moment, and we deservedly go 1-0 up. I say deservedly, we just haven't had the ball. Great corner, and Carabelli's just there running in on the back post. 1-0 up. Perfect. We're now uncatchable from Standard Liège if it stays like this. And we're uncatchable from Charlie as well. So we might secure 4th place if we win today, which I didn't even notice. And we get to say don't get complacent. Look at that. I didn't realise that. If we win today, or if we match Charlie's performance, we'll have 4th place secure. We'll be 4th. We'll finish 4th because Genk are winning as well. If everything stays as it is, we will finish 4th at the end of the season, which means that 3rd round qualifying for the Europa League, which I'm perfectly fine with. Europa League football, European football, I'm fine with. Because remember when we started the campaign, we were bottom of the league, 0 wins from 5 games. And we might finish it with, a qualifying stage of the Europa League, but it's still European football, which is fantastic. And we might have just sealed it with a 2nd goal of the game for us. 2-0 up. Benelli getting the goal. Standard Liège have not offered anything, which, expected with the formation they played. I didn't expect this whatsoever with the depleted squad we have. Charlie are 2-0 up against Ghent, but it doesn't particularly matter. All we're looking at now is whether or not Club Brugge can beat Genk. That's all that matters. Let's make some substitutions in a second. Not so nervous now. Now that I know that that's happened, if we win, we get 4th. Not so nervous, but anything could happen. They might change their formation to 3 up front and smash us or something like that. Let's take Kevin off. We'll bring Sakor now because, I don't... he's an old lad, isn't he, Sakor? He's one of the older lot. 30 years old. He's not that old. But he's a 2.5 star. I think he's, a solid backup. But he's not exciting. We'll put Benelli on the left and we'll bring on Rudy. Because I've dropped Rudy for this run of form. And he's just not got back in the team. Because Benelli's played excellent on that right wing. Let's just confirm that. And if we need to bring on a centre-back, we need to bring on a centre-back. But no one else is particularly looking like... I might take off Williams with 10 minutes to go just to save him some legs. But it's all looking fine and dandy, which is something I didn't expect. Come on, I think it's Club Brugge that are playing Genk. Let's do us a solid. That's what I kept on saying in yesterday's episode. Do us a solid. Right, let's take Williams off just to save his legs because he's probably a tired boy. Look at that, 67% even. Put Milik in the midfield like we did. Was it last episode or the episode before that? And then we'll bring on Skrodel because I don't think I've ever played him, so I don't trust him. 5 minutes to go. They've got a corner. Milik heads it away. Don't score here. This is the worst time to score, especially as you haven't had a shot yet. Krasniqi puts it in his hand. They finally had their first shot of the game. Genk are playing Club Brugge right. Benelli now on the ball. We're on the counter. That's a fantastic ball over to Rudy to run onto. He tries to cross it and it gets blocked and goes all the way back to the defence. But we're in here. Koulibaly looks offside. He is offside. I knew he was offside. He looked a mile off. But why are we reviewing it? It's offside. No need to view it. He was offside. Come on, Bruges. Even a point. Even if they get a point. There's 5 minutes left. We've got a highlight. Milik now to Sakor. Has a shot, but they could be on a breakaway here, and they are. And they could get a goal. That's a cracking ball to their striker. That's a cracking cross. And Krasniqi, what a save. That could have been an awkward last 4 minutes, but he kept it at 2-0. And it looks like he's going to keep a clean sheet. And it looks like Genk have beaten Club Brugge, but that's all that matters. Is we've qualified for the Europa League. I think if Club Brugge beat Charlie, which especially because Charlie got a massive victory today. If Club Brugge can beat them, then we'll qualify for the Europa League. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's a lot of relying on other teams. We can't catch Genk anymore. We deserve to be in the Europa League, I think. Especially with this run of form. We deserve to be in the Europa League. Is that a derby, is it? Cool. We smashed them then. We deserve to be it. I will see you probably on this Wednesday, because that's when they're playing. It's going to be a tough one. I'll see you in a second. It is confirmed. Club Brugge beats Charlie 3-1. And we've qualified for the Europa League. Get in there, boys. Get in there. I'm proud of my achievements with Anderlecht. Really am. Coming here, the morale was shot. We were bottom of the league. 4 losses and a draw after 5 games. And we've come in and managed to qualify for the Europa League. Just look at that. So this is where they finished last season. Oh no, they finished outside the top 6 last season. So I've improved them, which is just fantastic. Start of the season, then we jumped in here? Or here? We jumped in around there, didn't we? I can't really remember. But it was around, I think... What was our first game? Royal Antwerp, that was it. That was our first game, because apparently it doesn't show you if you weren't there. Royal Antwerp was our first game. So they sacked the manager, they must have done around here, and they went on a little bit of a run of form, but we came in and we've smashed it ever since. Really, there's a lot of group. There's not very many red dots there, to say the least, and considering four losses in the first 5 games to finish, well, not to finish, but we've managed to play 39 games and have 8 losses. So we've only lost 4 times here, 5 times if you include the cup. So an excellent achievement to get 4th place. This is fantastic. I think we might have budgets. I'm hoping anyway. They didn't put. He's in the form. Kurabali got his Jackson Martinez, Colombian manager. He got his first cap for Colombia, last internationals. So good for him. Good for him when he wasn't in form, and now that he's in form, he's not getting in the team. So that's nice. We haven't got any budgets, so Club Brugge do the double. We're going to get one of those next season. The plan is to stay at Anderlecht for next season, at least, if you didn't know. Right, let's go on to the Genk game. Have a little fun end of the season. Because we know we're finishing 4th, we'll play all the players that we need to see if we want them next season. We'll play them, and I'll see you in a second. Right then. Second game, we're playing Genk, and it's a much different team than what you're used to, I would say. Not only are we playing a bunch of the players that need to kind of convince me that they're going to stay on, we're going to be playing a lot of the youngsters, especially some of the youngsters that came through our youth intake this year. So we got Krasnaki, who's definitely staying as backup next season, no doubt. I just wanted to give him another shot in the team because he played well and he made that save right at the end. Booker, I can say it when I'm not thinking about it. I can say it. Booker Curry needs to show me, just if he deserves a spot in this squad, because I'm not too sure on him quite yet. He is still quite young. If I remember, he's 20 years old. He's Georgian. He's played 17 times for Georgia. He looks all right, but I'm not too sure on him. He's more of a defensive fullback than what we have it there, an attacking wing back. So he's kind of the opposite. So maybe he'll do a job there. Skrodal and Kana, I don't even remember if I played him. He's been injured for a long time, I think. He's going to get a go. He's probably moving on anyway. Skrodal, I'm 50-50 on at the moment. Guyot was one of the lads from the youth intake of this year, one of the 5 stars, the right back which I showed you, Imbala he must have been there last year. He was sitting in there in the under 21s, I think. He looks decent. If we show you him, how have I got to that screen? How has that happened? I don't know. What did I click on the information bit? Don't even know. He's 1 star, 4.5 star potential, 15 tackling. Good lads. 15 years old, so he must have come through this one then. I can't remember him. I do apologise, mate. But he's playing in the defensive mid to give him some game time. Kevin, who's on loan, I might bring him back next season. Once again, 50-50 on bringing him back. Burremans, he's more of an attacking midfielder. He hasn't had too much game time. More looking on the side of probably sending him out on loan next season or getting rid of him altogether. Eden is on the pitch. I don't know why. We're going to bring on a Bakarai. He can play left mid. He's a left mid, isn't he? Which one's the left? Intolo, you were the left midfielder. Intolo was a guy, as well as Bakarai, just chilling in the under 21s with a lot of potential. So going to be playing them. And Niak, probably going to get rid of him, but it changed my mind, mate. Changed my mind. And Insame, who I said I wasn't going to start, but I wouldn't have started him if Fabian Michalski, the 2.5 star current ability guy from my current youth intake, wasn't on 77% conditioning. So Insame is going to get a chance to try and prove me wrong today and see if he can stay for next season at least. So we've gone for a very, very young side. You can see all the players that we've got. In fact, I'm going to bring Rudy onto the bench for Eden because I prefer Rudy, if I'm honest. So bench, Alejandro Hernandez from this year's youth intake, Jensen, Gunther Henry, which is a great name, Anis Bakarai, Stephen Gufia, Rudy, and Fabian Michalski. So this is probably like a look into the future of Anderlecht, I would say, with a couple of players that may or may not be here next season. We don't know. Let's just auto-number everyone. Look at those high numbers. Look at those high numbers. We're going to have a lot of debuts today, but a lot of players that we're going to see in the next couple of years if we're here at Anderlecht, I'd say. And one of them on the bench, that Fabian lad, especially now that we're in Europa League, so there's going to be plenty of games to be playing. I would imagine he's going to get a few games under his belt. They're matching us with formation. Look at that, we've got 2 identical players in the team here. It's nice seeing so many regens, I'm not going to lie. Right, get into the team. You can see here, we've not got much in terms of team leadery, not much in terms of experience this season. Let's be passionate. We're on a good run, impressed me. I'm going to do the faith because we've got a lot of young players and, they'll be happy with a little bit of faith drilled into them. And we've got a lot of debuts coming up today, like I said before, but like I said, we're guaranteed 4th. So, why not? Why not give loads of people debuts? Right, 17 minutes in, we've got a highlight. Kevin wins the header, but Barramons comes in. Kevin now tries to play it over to the top to Insame, but Insame can't quite win it. And Genk are on the counter-attack, really. We've got quite a lot of players back, so they play it back anyway. And everyone regroups, and it's that left mid, he's chasing everywhere. And we got a VAR, and it could potentially be... It's a free kick. I thought it might be a VAR to see if he's going to get sent off, but what a weird highlight that was. There wasn't even a shot in it, was there? The other thing I was thinking for the end of the season was maybe introducing a 4-2-3-1 as a seconds tactic. I think this wing play tactic we got, although we don't have very much possession, we seem to play it better with it, especially against the bigger teams. So what I'm thinking is, against the teams like Ghent and Club Brugge, and even teams like Genk, we'll play the wing play tactic with the defensive mid. We're not the better team at all. I don't know why I lied to them there. Play the wing play tactic, and then against the smaller teams, play a 4-2-3-1 fluid attacking formation, and just try and put some goals past teams. Because that's the one thing that we've struggled with goal difference up until we smashed Ghent. and we smashed someone else, didn't we? Recently, I can't remember. But goal difference has been a big, big problem. And I want to make sure that doesn't happen again next season. So a more free-flowing attacking football, get some goals into the team. Fingers crossed. That's the plan anyway. We just need to... We got, like I said when we first joined, we got a lot of attacking midfielders like out on loan in the under-21s who just didn't fit the system because I wanted a solid system coming into it. Those players might get a chance for next season. Barramons might be a perfect opportunity for him to get the attacking midfield role, but we'll have to wait and see on what happens and if we can get any good players in. Kevin with a free kick now. They look like they're going to be on counter attack now. I'm surprised. Still 0-0 to be fair. It looks like the young lads have done quite well. How has he missed that? Genk might have done the same as us and just played a load of youth players because it's a nothing game. We can't catch them up. They can't catch second up. We know our place. None of us can move. So they've probably done the same. Let's make some substitutions though. 70th minute. And we're going to bring on Fabian Michalski for his debut because Nsame has once again played absolutely terribly. Go on then, be a pressing forward, mate. What do you prefer? Pressing forward on attack? Go on, son. Treat yourself. Mbala was knackered, wasn't he? Yeah, Mbala's knackered. So, what can we do here? I want to see if we can bring someone on. So we can put Kevin into his preferred DM slot. Oh, not Kevin. And Mbala can... Gunther Henry. Go on, just because he's won it, purely because of his name. Good lad. He's another one who's an attacking midfielder. So he might get the nod next season. We don't know yet. Go on, mate. You can go attacking. Treat yourself as well. Who's our other centre mid? Yeah, that's fine. Jensen's, but to be fair, Booker Yukarai, whatever his name is, he's been our best player today. So it'd be a bit rude to take him off, if I'm honest. We'll keep it like that. See what happens. No point making a third substitution when I can't think of what substitution to make. Yeah, it's been quite a dull game, really, hasn't it? Free kick for Genk here, and it's a good free kick. Fabian Müller getting the goal for him. Decent free kick. 7th goal of the season for him. What's his name? Forgot his name. Kransakai. Jesus Christ. Kransakai. Tried to get there. Couldn't. 1-0. Not worried. Really not worried. And that is that by the looks of it. It's quite a dull game to finish the season. As expected. It didn't matter about the result. Ghent have smashed Club Brugge 5-0. If only they were in the chance of winning the title. There's the other result. Standard Liège beating Charlie 2-0. It's fair play to them. We lost to Genk 1-0. But I think I've got a decent enough indication of who wants to be here next season. I'm thinking Michalski might actually be our second choice striker come next season. Because Nsame did terribly, to say the least. Let's have a quick look at the budgets, because we haven't got them yet, so I'm hoping they'll come anytime soon. Now that the league's finished, they should do. And let's have a look at like top goal scorers and ratings, all that jazz. Even if we got awards, let's have a look at that. We'll have a look at everything. As you can see there, I don't know why it's showing me that group, but Cercle Bruges will play Lokeren for the last space in Europa League. So fair play to them. Fair play. Club Brugge did win the cup, as I said. We haven't got anything in terms of awards or budgets, which slightly worrying in a way. I'll just skip ahead until we get them. Hopefully it's soon. Obviously, I edited it all out so you don't have to wait around. I thought it'd be straight after the end of the season, like bang, come on, budgets, there you go. 25 million quid. It's not going to be 25 million quid. We finally got some board things. It's as expected because of the finances. 215k per week, which is about 10k more than what we got now. And 260k as expected, but I always knew this season it would be sell to buy, essentially. So it's a good job. We've got a very, very good youth system here. So that's fine. While that's up, so I think we're waiting for the other groups to finish before we get like the awards and crap. But we'll just look at it from here. So if we clear that should get rid of all the under 21 players because they've obviously played the one season. Let's take that off. Right, what should we start with? So who's the best player in the team at the moment? Busquets, Oriol Busquets. Who is he wanted by? Southampton, Ajax, Celta Vigo, and Sevilla. So big teams want him. He's worth 10 million, so that could, work in our favour. Don't know yet. And then it's Bukaruki. Interesting, considering I wasn't gonna potentially keep him on next season, but interesting. But look at the ages of these players. So Busquets is 27, but then we got Bukaruki. I say his name wrong every time and differently every time. 20 years old. Carabelli, 19 years old. Parrot Baron, 19 years old. Eden, 20. Rudy, 21. Nyack, 22. There's some young people in this squad, which is fantastic. Fantastic. Cool. Who's the best player of the season? Was Eden, the only player to get above a 7, which is interesting. Tony Williams had a fantastic season as well, the 18-year-old kid. Milek, solid at centre-back. Cavion, he grew on me. He really did, the centre midfielder. He should still be around next season. He's an experienced head to have. Parrot Baron did well for a young kid. Koulibaly did well in the little game he had. Decent. Appearances, who played the most? Dillion with 41 games. Busquets with 38 starts, 4 sub-appearances. Olberg, 35, 1 sub-appearances. Eden, 34 starts, 4 sub-appearances. As expected, a lot of game time for a lot of young players as well, once again. Eden finished our top goal scorer with 12 goals. Let's just scooch this over a bit. There we go. With 12 goals from 34 starts. Insame, 11 goals from 27 starts. He actually had a pretty decent season, if you think about it, but he's lazy. He's also 33, so he can definitely jog on. Carabelli finished with 6 goals from 12 starts and 8 sub-appearances. And then Benelli with 5, Cavion with 5, Williams and Rudy and Milik with 2. So we haven't got too many goals across the whole squad, but that should be sorted out next season. Assists-wise, Tony Williams finishing top with 9, Eden with 6, Benelli with 4, Olberg with 3, Rudy with 2, along with Insame, Sakor and Cavion, and then a load of people on 1. So, good, I guess. We need to sort that out, get a few more goals in the sides, hence why the 4-2-3-1 option is there. But other than that, I'm pleased with it. Who had the best training in the weeks? Carabelli and Parrot Baron have been swapping it ever since I've been here, swapping the top trainer, which is fantastic to see. But let's get a few more new guys up in there and see what we can do. Right, we'll end the episode there, shall we? We got Europa League football. That's all that matters. I said in the last episode or the start of this episode that we needed 2 wins from these 3 games. We got that, but I didn't think we'll beat Ghent as well. So we got 3 wins in the last four games, and that secured us Europa League football for next season. The third qualifying round. So we got to win 2 legs, 2 ties. Obviously, they're two legs each tie. So 2 ties before we get into the group stage. Fingers crossed we don't get bloody Lech Poznan. They do my head in. Right, we end the episode there. A fantastic end to the season, if I do say so myself. I'm just going to check the under-18s just to show you the potential. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Potential. Too much potential in all these teams. Right, if you did like that, please leave a like on the episode. It means a hell of a lot to me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, or you haven't done so already. And I shall see you again tomorrow for the start of the first full season with Anderlecht, a whole summer of transfers, and probably the third qualifying round of the Europa League. Whatever comes first, league game or the Europa League, whatever comes first. Thank you very much for watching.